Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan nama saya Deri Cahyadi, Fakultas Teknik, Prodi Teknik Informatika S1. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan review jurnal internasional yang ditugaskan pada matkul Capita Selekta. Jurnal internasional ini yang berjudul Artificial Intelligence Chatbot in Android System Using Open Source Program O. Yang pertama itu introduction. Over the last few years, chatbots have played a prominent role as human-computer interface. Chatbots are generally composed of three modules: the user interface, an interpreter, and a knowledge base. Defines a chatbot as a program that at attempts attempts to simulate cheap conversion with the aim of the last temporarily falling the human into thinking they were talking to another person. Basically, a chatbot is a conversational agent that can interact with user in a given subject using the natural language. Many chatbots have been developed on the internet for the purpose of education, customer service, guidance, entertainment. Exciting famous chatbots are Alice, SimSimi, and Cleverbot. A typical intelligent markup language (AIML) in derived from extensible markup language (XML), which is used to build up a conversion agent artificially. The AIML-based chatbots are famous because they are lightweight, easy to configure, as well as at minimum cost. AIML has a class of data object called AIML object, which describes behavior of computer programs. In our paper, we have as program O, which is an open source AML engine written in PHP. It is an interpreter for the AML script of the chatbot. It asks MySQL database to start the chatbot detail. Also, we are storing all the IML script to the database. When user sends message to the chatbot program, then according to math reply from the IML, the answer is formulated and sent back to the user. It can be directly installed on a local server under the GNU General Public License. First two, system architecture. The system works into mode, text and voice. When user give the input in text format, the first mode is activated. The user input is passed to the middleware API for the response. On the other hand, when user gives the voice input, then a second mode is activated. In the voice mode, we first convert the voice into uh, text before sending it to middleware API. Middleware is the model which connects the IML script with our Android apps. When user in when user input is received, the middleware it is passed to the pattern matching algorithm is run. Algorithm is run over the IEML script. In this process, firstly, the pattern matching algorithm is executed for matching of the valid response from the available IEML script. When a pattern is matched, the corresponding the corresponding template is returned to the middleware. Then middleware calling the template into the JSON format and send the reply to the Android apps. After receiving the response, apps decode the JSON and gives the response to the user. System architecture part 2. The response generation process is carried out with two passes. First one, preparation of pattern matching. Each input to the IML interpreter is passed through to main phases, normalizing process for input, production input part for each sentence. First B. First two. Pattern matching behavior. Here we try to find large, the large matching pattern and base one by word matching on of the input. This behavior can be described with graphs, master set of file and directories, directories containing a set of nodes, which is called node master and branch represent first word of all patterns. Implementation. This section is divided into two parts. First, detailed implementation of text-based chatbot. Second, details of the implementation of voice-based chatbot. First, E. Implementation of the text-based chatbot. This approach start with talking the text input from the user in the Android apps. We provide user to enter the question for the chatbot and then we read the ether value in the edit text. Then send the value to the interface of our hosted program or get the reply from the server giving reply in the JSON format. We need to parse it to get the bot's response. If a bot's response is null, then set the response to the error string and show it to the user. Repeat the sum task for the continuous chatting with the chatbot. The following steps explain the implementation detail to accomplish the above mentioned tasks. First one, read the user input on the one-click event of the send button. First two, send the user input to the program who hosts a server using the HTTP URL connection. Here we are dealing with the internet stuff, so we need to call this method in the syntax of the Android system. A syntax runs in the background of the apps. Wait until getting the reply from the server. On first execute a method of the syntax will get the JSON format reply. Then send it to JSON first. Extract the bot response. After extracting the bot response, we need to display it to the user. So expand the expand the response to text view. The repeat the process for the next user input. B. Implementation of voice-based chatbot. This first apps route starts with voice input for the user. Here on Start Apps will ask user for the voice input for user. Then we need to convert the voice value to the text because we have the server with our program book is understanding only text values. After the conversion of the voice to text, the value is sent to the server for the reply. As we have already discussed server reply in JSON format. So we need to parse it, get the response of the bot after the parsing. We have we have taken the voice input, so here we are giving the voice output, but a response is convert to voice and played through the phone speaker. Repeat the step for continuous chatting with a chatbot. The following step explain the implementation detail to accomplish the above mentioned tasks. First one, promote user for the voice input on a create method. Record user voice till the speech and event. First two, now convert the voice into text using the Google Speech recognizer IPE of the Android. After getting results of the conversion, send the data to the server. First three, as the HTTP URL connection in the hashing tags for requesting the reply from the server. First for we will get the reply in the JSON format. First it to get the reply of the bot. Here we are implementation the voice-based chatbot. So reply from the bot must be voice. Convert the bot reply to the voice using text to speech up API for the Android. First seek after complete play of voice. Again, as user for new voice input, the repeat the steps. Example, research and discussion. To demonstrate our approach, we have developed an Android application. This application can be asked us to chat with the bot through voice and text also. Uh, it's the same screen. We have a navigation option for two different actives. First, we can start communication with the bot using our voice, and in the second, we can communicate with the bot using text message, messaging like another messaging apps we are using. Uh, Here in the voice-based chatting, to convert the voice to the text, we have as speech recognizer IPE provided by Google. Result of the converter is sent to the AI dataset, IE dataset of the bot to get the reply. Then again, the reply from the bot is converted back to the voice. So the communication becomes more convenient, and research and discussion here in text-based chatbot. We have to type our message and send it. On the send button, click even our text message is passed to the IE dataset of a bot which is hosted on the local server or on the internet. After after getting the reply from the server, we are printing it on the message field. This is the working on the Android apps which is built to demonstrate our approach. Cukup sekian paling presentasi mengenai review jurnal internasional ini. Apabila ada kalimat yang kurang arti dan bahasa Inggris saya kurang lancar, mohon maafnya. Ya, terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.